Previously on the Seegers Family Edifice Venture. My name is Warren Seegers, and this is my family. In December of 2005, we bought this 6,200 square foot building to turn into our home. With myself being a school teacher, having summer months off, and my wife a stay-at-home mom, we thought we could renovate it ourselves in about 12 months or so. Well, it's not done, and it's been 5 years. We are still determined to finish it. To date, we have replaced the roof, installed a septic tank, put siding up, installed windows, rebuilt a section of the building into a greenhouse, plus a whole lot more. And we still have a whole lot more to go. We have documented our project since the beginning to show our efforts of turning this massive building into an energy-efficient home. We have shown it all with our successes and our shortcomings. If you like home improvement shows and you want to know the reality of becoming a hardcore do-it-yourselfer, stay tuned. If you like our video series, you'll love our website. Check it out at www.edificeventure.com. See pictures, read blogs, find cool links, plus tips to help you on your own home improvement projects.
Well, we got 4 kids, a cat, and a dog, and we're looking for an open space where we can stretch our legs and start a new life and build us a greener place. Our structure stood with no inner walls and a big hole in the roof. Now it's hard to build the American dream, and brother, this is living proof. Seegers Family Edifice Venture. Show you something that you've never seen.
The Seegers Family Edifice Venture is sponsored in part by Habitat for Humanity of Elkhart County, building decent affordable housing with people in need. WVPE 88.1, an NPR station. Inform, entertain, inspire. Anco Products Incorporated, our energy saves you energy. And Heritage Antique Lumber, crafting fine furniture, custom cabinetry, and trim using lumber from historic barns.
All right, Seegers Family Edifice Venturers. This is Paul. What's your last name again, Paul?
Francisco.
Paul Francisco, one of the contestants here at DIY. How do you feel coming into the finals, Paul?
Man, it's amazing. Out of 1,000 people, here we are.
September 23rd, 2009, the final day of a week of home improvement competition. So how was I feeling? Calmer, knowing my wife was able to attend and show her support.
I am in Summit, New Jersey with Warren, my husband, who is filming the DIY Network's 2009 StudFinder competition. Now, he is one of 5 finalists who is competing for a shot at his own show on DIY Network. And so far, this trip has been very interesting, and I've met some very interesting people. All the contestants, I've met them, and they're very nice, and Matt Blashaw and Amy Matthews and John DeSilvia, actually, of 10 Grand in Your Hand. Amy Matthews does Sweat Equity, and Matt Blashaw is actually doing a show on DIY called Deconstructed.
We'd like to show you more of what happened, but we weren't allowed to run our camera during the actual competition. I can tell you each challenge was, well, challenging. We were able to shoot in between the competitions when everyone was a little more laid back.
The shoot was kind of hard because this Warren guy, I mean, he wore me out. Conk. He's high maintenance, he's totally undisciplined.
Let me show you what it looks like if you were in Australia. This is what it looks like in Australia. Or Chile.
Feel having your own little seat there.
You know, there's 5 here, so I don't feel that special.
And this is what it would look like at the South Pole.
If you'd eliminate the other 4, it'd feel great.
I am so excited. I'm riding back to the hotel with Matt Blashaw.
Good day.
It's Blashaw.
Blashaw.
Say it again.
Good day.
Do you want to know something really good? I just saved 10% of my car insurance with Geico.
Really?
Yes.
That's amazing.
Good day.
The shoot was a blast, but we were not able to tell anyone the results until November 20th, 2009, the day the show was scheduled to air. October 23rd, 2009. It was now late October.
And that means it's going to be really cold working at the building, and we want to try to put up some insulation and make it a little bit more comfortable while we work.
To do this, we had to seal off the east and north exterior walls a little better. Our first task, to close off an old window and make it part of the wall. Once the demo was complete, it was time to measure the area to be framed out. 84.5 inches.
Okay. 2x4?
Yeah. 2 of them. Always measure twice and cut once. Paying attention to whether the tape measure is right side up or upside down. 84.5. Just as important.
Yeah, you must have had the measuring tape upside down. It's 48.5. That 84.5 seems really long.
Once I corrected my dyslexia with the measuring tape, we finished in a decent amount of time and moved on to the next project. Centered on this wall, there will be, how big is it?
46 foot,
I don't understand what she's saying.
46 foot by 6 foot window. 5 foot. 46 feet, 46 inches.
46 inches
46
by...
inches by 60 inches.
Okay. Yes, it'll be...
46 inches by 60 inches.
And it's going to be centered in on this wall, and this is the living room. You think after that conversation we would have quit for the day. But did we? No. Well, it took the rest of the day and well into the evening, or should I say night, but we finally did get that window in. Stay tuned to the Seegers Family Edifice Venture. Next, we go to the graph paper to show you how to add a completely new window to a home.
Habitat for Humanity of Elkhart County does more than build houses for those in need. They provide education on personal finance, homeownership, parenting, and other life skills to help those moving into these houses turn them into homes. Habitat for Humanity of Elkhart County, working with people from all walks of life to build simple, decent, affordable homes. For more information on how you can help, visit www.habitatec.com. Here are the framing basics when adding a completely new window to a home. Demo the area of the wall the window is to be installed. Start by removing the drywall to expose the inner wall. When doing this, be aware of electrical wires in the wall and turn off the breaker first. You may also find plumbing after exposing the inner wall. Demo is fun, but don't get crazy and add additional repairs to your project. In this demonstration, we are only showing how to frame the rough opening for a window. Remove the studs without doing too much damage to them. The studs can be reused, saving money. Notice the sheathing was left in place. Next, place the king studs in, leaving room between for the rough opening. Placement of all studs will vary depending on your window size. Put a lower cripple next to each king stud. Secure a sill plate on top the cripple ends. Then add 2 additional cripples spaced evenly between. Trimmer studs sit on top the sill and next to each king stud. Exterior walls are always support walls, so a header is required and is placed on top the trimmer studs with cripples between it and the upper wall plate. Using a reciprocal saw, cut out the sheathing for the rough opening. The rough opening should be a 1/4 inch wider and a 1/2 inch taller than the actual window dimensions. Before attempting any home improvement project, make sure you have the proper tools, permits, and know all local code requirements. The weather gets colder and we keep plugging on. Last night we put the window in the living room. We got that all complete. And now what we're going to be doing is putting another window in, and this will be in the foyer area. With the help of the boys, the window went in quick. Thank you.
You're welcome. Drinking.
window went in quick, and so did their interest in helping. That was diverted to a project of their own.
And then Zane said, hold on, let's do a white thing. And then we thought of making an elevator. So we just pull ourselves up, pull the rope up, so we can get upstairs. I broke the string! Sorry, the project broke. Yeah, we broke the string.
Since the boys needed to work out a few bugs on their elevator and the windows were complete, we decided to get some fresh air and work outside. I worked on putting siding up, Penny picked up demo wood from the windows, and the kids volunteered to rake the leaves into a pile.
Turn around! Turn around!
Okay, they raked the leaves into a pile and then threw them all over the place, several times.
A general misconception about going green is that you have to buy just green products. Now here at Edifice Venture, we've been very aware that reusing and repurposing items is just as green as buying green. We have another example of this. Back here, Warren is using some green roofing tiles that came with our shipment of roofing panels. They were end cuts used for the shipping process to keep our panels from being scratched. Now, we held on to those until we could find another use for them, and we needed something for weatherproofing underneath the deck. Since you won't see it anyway, these are a perfect fit, and it cost us no additional money.
Stay tuned to the Seegers Family Edifice Venture. Coming up next, we'll show you how to wire a 4-way switch.
Since the early 1960s, texture-fine insulation has been an environmentally friendly product. Our unique process diverts millions of pounds of fiberglass scrap from landfills each year. Today, high-quality standards have made Anco Products a world-class industry leader in high-tensile strength, resilient insulation products.
Anco products include laminated metal building insulation,
insulated flexible duct system,
and indoor air quality, GreenGuard certified texture-fine insulation.
Green isn't a new initiative. We started in the 60s.
Anco Products, our energy saves you energy.
Alright, this is my first 4-way switch that I ever worked on. 4-way is actually a special switch by itself, a 4-way switch, and it's in between 2 3-way switches so that you can have 3 switches basically to turn on or off the same light.
Well, the concept sounds easy enough, but what does it look like on paper? Here are the wiring basics for installing a 4-way switch system. A 4-way switch system consists of 2 3-way switches and a minimum of 1 4-way switch. A 3-way switch has 2 traveler wire screws, 1 common wire screw, and a ground wire screw. A 4-way switch has 2 traveler wire screws like a 3-way switch, but differs because it has an additional common wire screw. Like the 3-way, it also has a ground wire screw. When positioning your switches, ensure the 3-way switches are placed so that the 4-way switch is in between. The electrical wire from the breaker box leading to the first switch is 2 wire with ground. The electrical wire running between the switches are called traveler wires and are 3 wire with ground. The electrical wire off the last 3-way switch is 2 wire with ground and supplies the light with power. To complete the 4-way circuit, start by connecting the black common wire from the power line to the left terminal of the first 3-way switch. Using a wire nut, connect the white neutral wires from the power line to the first traveler wire. Do the same for the ground wires using a grounding nut and then connect the tail to the ground screw. Connect the black common wire from the first traveler wire to the bottom right terminal and the red traveler wire to the top right terminal. Move to the 4-way switch and connect the black wire from the first traveler wire to the top left terminal. Connect the red wire to the top right terminal. Both white wires from the first and second traveler wires are connected with a wire nut. Do the same for the ground wires using a grounding nut and then connect the tail to the ground screw. Connect the black wire from the second traveler wire to the bottom left terminal and the red wire to the top right terminal of the 4-way switch. To wire in the final 3-way switch, connect the black wire from the second traveler to the top left screw and connect the red wire
to the top right. As with each switch, connect the white wires together using a wire nut and the ground wires together using a grounding nut, leaving a tail to connect to the ground screw. Then connect the black wire to the remaining bottom right terminal. Connecting the light is simple. Connect the black, white, and ground wires to the corresponding wires from the light with wire nuts. Now you can turn your lights on or off from 3 separate locations. If you want to do this from more than 3 locations, simply add additional 4-way switches between the 3-way switches.
Why won't this pull? I know there's more than this down there. Of course, caught in a nail.
A wire catching on a nail. That's par for the course.
If you like the Seegers Family Edifice Venture on television, then you should like us on Facebook. Find us by logging on to Facebook and do a keyword search for Edifice Venture. And don't forget to like us. The Seegers Family Edifice Venture is sponsored in part by Habitat for Humanity of Elkhart County, building decent affordable housing with people in need. WVPE 88.1, a NPR station. Inform, entertain, inspire. Anco Products Incorporated, our energy saves you energy. And Heritage Antique Lumber, crafting fine furniture, custom cabinetry, and trim using lumber from historic barns.
November 14th, 2009. It was only 7 days until my appearance on DIY Network's StudFinder 2009 special. Instead of doing any construction, we decided to spend the day raking leaves at the building, then take a week off and picking up with the project after the show. You know, kids are great in that they can find fun in the simplest things like big piles of leaves. The last time they raked them up and threw them at each other. This time, they raked the leaves into a huge pile and tried to dive through it. Maybe they should write a book, 101 Ways to Have Fun with Leaves. Or maybe start a website, Extreme Leafing. November 20th, 2009. Family and friends gathered together at Beef O'Brady's in Mishawaka, Indiana to watch my appearance on DIY Network's StudFinder 2009. Expectations were high.
I say he wins, and I'm 100% confident he's going to get this show.
Win.
It's got to be a win.
It's got to be a win.
Spending $7 on dinner.
I say you win because to this day I'm still going to suck up to you.
So did I win?
Kaylee McCabe, your DIY Network's next star.
Kayleen was well deserving of winning her own show. I didn't walk away empty-handed though. I was offered the opportunity to co-write a blog called The Pegboard with Mark Clement for DIYnetwork.com. Mark and his wife are hardcore DIYers like Penny and myself, and host the radio talk show My Fix-It-Up Life. You can find links to the blog, the entire StudFinder 2009 video, and My Fix-It-Up Life on our website at edificeventure.com. November 21st, 2009, the day after my defeat in StudFinder 2009. Penny and I only replaced the subfloor in the future upstairs bathroom. To be honest, I was feeling a little on the downside and didn't feel like doing much. But it didn't take long for the kids to do their normal kid activities to put a smile back on my face. They started out by building a house of their own. Later, Zane thought he'd do a little demo on his own.
Yep, that's fine too. can break this thing.
So what was his reason for demoing that old fuse box?
Because I want to get paid.
Paid for what?
So I can buy something from the store.
That's my boy, showing his business skills. Becoming a contractor might just be in his future.
All right, come on up. This is gonna be the fun part. Either it comes out easy and nice, or if we drop it, it's probably going through the top of the truck. That's what insurance is for, baby.
Yeah, well, let's try to do it easy and nice and not through the top of the truck. It is Sunday, November 22nd, and we're actually having some unusually warm weather for the end of November up here in northern Indiana. So today we're going to put in our window in what's going to be our future weight room.
The first thing we got to do before we put the window in is take out this old wooden louvered air vent. It's going to be really heavy. On the other side, it's really high. This ought to be a trick to do it without killing ourselves.
Should you maybe get it on the other side, and I'll help you kind of push it and you pull it out from the other side.
Yeah, watch out. I got it.
Got it? That one's not being safe.
No way. It was a little heavier than I thought. Thought my arm was coming off.